Hey, so I wanted to make a video about everything that's been going on for me with this fast. It's fascinating. There's so many things that I can share that I hope will be really helpful for you. It's fascinating because I've fasted so many times. I've done a lot of intermittent fasting. I did two fasts that were 4 days each, and I've done a lot of OMAD, 1 meal a day. So I'm used to fasting by now. But it's fascinating that today's day one, and I'm very hungry. I'm not feeling that great. So I'll share a lot about what's been going on so that some of the things that I'm realizing right now, which are helping me, I'm hoping that they'll help you. So let me give you a little background on what's been going on lately. So if you're new to my channel, I've been traveling. I just started an adventure of living in my van and traveling the country. And I've been doing some detox. So a few days ago, I fasted for 2 days. Before that, I was eating a lot of raw and doing some other detoxes, which maybe I'll talk more about in other videos. But then I fasted for 2 days. First day was water. Second day was a dry fast. Then I ended that fast very early, but still was like close to 48 hours. So basically a day and a half of food, and now I'm starting this fast again. So first of all, I think I've been pushing it a little bit too much with the detox, because basically I have a time right now where I'm at my parents' apartment, and I have from now until Christmas. This video will probably be released even after that, but from now until Christmas, by myself, not working. I just have to keep up with some of the things online that I do, just like social media and that kind of stuff. Might do client sessions and that kind of thing, but not like a 9 to 5 or a lot of time spent at work. I can rest a lot. I can sleep. I can do whatever I want. So I want to take advantage of this time to detox and heal my body. So I think I was pushing it a little too much, because if on day one of my fast I'm feeling like this, of course there's so many factors that can go into how you're feeling in a day, whether you're fasting or not. But I know there's many things that I've been doing lately that I've been pushing a little too fast with the detox, a little too aggressively with the detox, that my body might be having a little bit of a hard time keeping up. So that's one of the things that I realized. We might benefit from maybe a little more of a gentle detox, more consistently, than pushing too hard. But I get it that sometimes we have a time where it's like, okay, right now it fits perfectly in my life, in my schedule. I want to do it. I want to go hard. It's not easy to be detoxing all the time. So I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It's just something to keep in mind that yes, we can push very hard, very fast, and go deep with the detox, but we're going to pay the price. It might not be as easy, as gentle, as great of an experience as it could be, which what happens many times is that it just gives you a bad taste of what detox could be. We could make it a little better of an experience, I think. And then you might never want to do it again in your life. So you just have to keep in mind, like, you know yourself better than I do, better than anyone does. So see what will work better for you. That's just one point that I wanted to share. Then, so before that, I was doing all those things, right? So I feel like if you do a lot of detox even before a water fast, you can go deeper with the water fast and you can get more out of it. And even depends on what you do after the fast to like keep building that momentum, right? And keep healing at a deeper level. That's what I want to do, just keep healing and detoxing at a deeper and deeper level. So something else, what I'm doing, well, I'm going to share how to get through. So I'm feeling very hungry today. And like I said, it's only day one, which is kind of interesting. Oh, tip. When I eat a lot, so I discovered this with OMAD and I made a video about it. When I eat a lot the day before I'm going to fast, I actually feel more hunger on that first date, and it's harder to fast longer. I realized this when I was doing OMAD. My father told me this when he had a big meal and then he only skipped breakfast, but he felt that too. My mother, same thing. Like, a lot of people feel that. If you eat a lot the day before your fast, it might actually be tougher. Just something to consider. We're all different. I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, but just think back on your experiences and see if that happens to you, and just try different things and see if maybe eating a little less the night before might make it a smoother transition for you. That happens to me, so I don't know. I kind of overate yesterday because I was under eating a little bit before my other 2 days of fasting, and then only a day and a half of eating before this fast, which I want to go longer in this one. So I was like, okay, I want to eat more just to make sure, but now I'm feeling that today. So just another thing to keep in mind. Then what I was going to say, so I'm reading a lot about fasting. I'm probably going to have a ton of videos on fasting coming out because I'm fascinated by it, and it's helped me so much in my life, and I've been playing with it for a long time, but I want to go deeper. So I'm reading a lot about it, I'm learning more about it, and I'm trying to experience it more. And one thing I read on a book, I don't have it with me right now, I want to show it to you, but I'll make more videos on the book itself. He's one of the pioneers of fasting, and Herbert Shelton, I think. I forget the name now. I don't know why it's not coming to me. Many people believe that that's one of the best books on fasting. And it's like 400 and something pages. There's a lot of science, it's a good book. I'll talk more about it in other videos. But he talks about, you know how everyone tells you to do enemas daily, while you're fasting, so that the toxins that are in your system, in your colon, don't get reabsorbed, or they're not staying in there for so many days before you have another bowel movement. He doesn't believe in that. He shows proof that it's not always needed, it's not always beneficial. And in fact, when he stopped doing it with clients and himself, patients, not clients, he saw the same or even better results. And he talks a lot about when you're feeling weak, maybe during a fast, and adding enemas and that kind of stuff can weaken you more, and it might not be needed. And maybe having a more pleasant experience during the fast with the same results or very similar results might be a better thing. Because what I noticed is that I was gonna do a saltwater flush every day for this fast, and I did one today. And I did feel a little weaker after that. But it feels so good to empty the colon and your bowels. So I don't know. It's like, I'm still kind of thinking about that. Like, maybe doing it the first day, but not doing it every single day after that, because now you're pretty empty. Maybe you can do it every other day or something. And to be honest, I don't know like the exact difference in terms of health and the physiological effects and all that between a saltwater flush and an enema. Like, I can do kind of similar things, but I'm not trying to pretend to be an expert here. I'm just sharing my experience. So maybe just another thing to keep in mind, that maybe not doing them as often if you do enemas every single day. But if you've had a great experience with that, I'm not trying to change your mind. And please let me know in the comments, because I want to learn from you. But just something to keep in mind, that if they make you feel weak or they make you feel like crap, maybe you don't need them as often. Maybe you might benefit more from not doing them as often. So that's just something else that I wanted to share. Another tip that hopefully helps a lot of people. And the other thing is that it's been a pretty unpleasant kind of day, right? And what I thought, I was like, okay, my healing journey is going to be a ton of meditation and a ton of just resting and naps and going deeper even on a spiritual level. And I love that. I love that idea, that concept, that goal to have and all that. But today, to be honest, I needed a lot of distractions. I did need a lot of distractions. And I'm not ashamed of that. I don't feel less spiritual, and I'm not gonna be accepted in those Facebook groups that are all about spirituality just because I had to watch more movies or documentaries, or I watched a ton of YouTube videos and I'm watching documentaries and things, and I read a lot, and don't feel bad if you need. I feel like some of us on a spiritual journey, we have this ideal in our minds of how it should be, what we should be doing, how it should look, and we put pressure on ourselves. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, but we sometimes, I talk to a lot of people going through similar things, so that's why I say we. I'm not trying to say that this is happening for you, but we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to try to get it perfect and be perfect and be spiritual, whatever that means, right? And I don't know, I feel like that can be beneficial when we want it and need it and it feels good, but if you're forcing it too much, then I don't know, long term, is that good? Is that good for you? Is that healthy? Is that something that you're going to look back and be proud that you did? Of course, there's that sense of accomplishment and look at what I did, what I accomplished, but don't be too hard on yourself. Like, the fast by itself is challenging, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So don't keep adding more to your plate. Like, if you need distractions, and what the hell, just do it. Just use it. And this is going to be a longer fast for me. I'm hoping at least 5 days, maybe around 7. I could do it for like 2 weeks before Christmas. But I want to do other methods of detoxing before I get past like the New Year's and I start my journey heading west and traveling all over the country. I'm gonna be with my family until like probably like the first week of January, and since I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna have more easy access to a bathroom. I can have a little more control over things. So I might do a shorter fast now, a lot of detoxing before I leave, and I'll do more fasting on my trip. So it's only day one. If I need movies, if I need distractions, if I need whatever, I'm not gonna judge myself for it and feel bad about it. And it's okay. I still have day 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 to whenever it feels right. I'll meditate more. I'll do more qigong and tai chi and stretching and whatever I feel like doing. But if on day 1 I need that, it's okay. So if you're going through something similar, I just want you to know, like, you're not alone and you don't need to feel bad about it. We don't need to always get everything perfect. It's a journey. That's why this is not going to be my last fast. I'm learning from it. And whatever kind of mistake, quote unquote mistake that I do, I'll learn from it. And my next fast is going to be a little better. So that's just an idea to keep in mind. There were so many things that I wanted to share, but considering your environment and your surroundings during the fast, like this for me right now is perfect. Because sometimes you have people around you that don't understand why you're doing what you're doing and feel like there's a lot of fear around it. Of course, there's a lot of fear around not eating anything for 7 days. I get it. So people around you are not going to understand. So another tip that I always talk about, and I might keep repeating on every single video that I make, is be careful of who you tell about your fast and your healing journey. Maybe wait until you're on day 3 or on day 4 and you got past maybe the hardest part of your fast, because you're gonna get, it's not gonna be the most encouraging advice and thoughts and feedback that you're gonna get from other people. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes even like the most supportive people in your life, if they're not aware of the benefits of fasting and that it's safe and it's okay and all that, even the most loving, supportive people in your life might get scared because they love you and they care about you. So maybe wait until you get past a few days or something. If you can, of course, you can't always hide it from people, but I don't know, find whatever works for you. Just same thing. I'm just throwing a little idea out there and let it germinate in your mind and come up with your own ideas. I don't have all the solutions, I don't have all the best tips in the world, but I just throw little ideas to you so that you can use them. You know your life better than I do. You know yourself better than I do. You know the people you have around you better than I do. So you can see how to use these tips for your lifestyle and your circumstances. So that's the other thing that I was thinking about. I want to do more meditation. I want to do more rest and healing. I do Reiki. I do Reiki level 2. So I want to do more Reiki on myself while I'm fasting, while I'm doing meditations, while I'm just laying on the ground and doing Reiki in my own body, healing my body. So I can wait until I get past maybe day 3 and 4, which are typically the hardest for most people. Wait until I get past that and wait until I feel a lot better to do all that stuff, right? Don't force. So I'm just talking to myself right now, right? Gonzalo, don't force things so much. The right time will come for things. And it's that thing of the right time. Like, it's never gonna feel like the right time for sometimes, for some things. But you'll know, deep inside you know, like, okay, if I'm do this right now, I'm pushing it too much. And it's okay to push sometimes. It's okay to push. But just find what works for you. Find what works for you. Make it flow nicely for you. Make it work well for you. And that's it. I think I'm going to stop it here. I know it was a little all over the place. Like I said, I'm not feeling great, so I did my best with this video. But I just want to throw a lot of ideas out there that I have in my mind today before I forget about them. And I think I'm going to do like day 1, day 2, day 3, and just keep throwing ideas out there to use. So if you're new to my channel and you want to follow along, make sure to subscribe somewhere in here or here, I forget where it is, and hit the bell so that you get the notifications. And let me know if you have any questions, because I've done a lot of fasting in my life, and if I can help you in any way. I'm not an expert. I'm not trying to pretend to be an expert. And if there's any people that want to comment and be like, oh, you did this wrong and you did that wrong and you're doing this wrong, that's okay. Feel free to tell me anything. But I'm just sharing what I learned. There's a lot more for me to learn. I'll be sharing a lot through my journey. And I hope this helps. I truly hope that something in this video was helpful to you. And let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything I can share to support you. Just leave a comment below, and if there's anything specific you'd like me to talk about, let me know and I'll be happy to do it. So hope this helps. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.